All right. Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I'm back. I'm so sorry for that. Who let the dogs out? Okay. But anyway, um, so I was talking about Pisces. So Pisces, you have to remember they're the dreamers. Or I don't even like to say dreamers, but they are like the magicians. When I think of the magician, I think of Pisces. Because Pisces men especially, their thoughts and perceptions create their reality. So, if you have a Pisces that thoughts and perceptions is like to be romantic, they're going to be the most romantic person you ever met in your whole life. If his thoughts and perception is for him to be a provider, he's going to be the most hardworking man you ever met in your whole life, because Pisces is ruled by the moon, which is ruled by his emotions. So what a Pisces man is really, Pisces is probably the only zodiac where their moon placement is very, very important. You'll never meet, to me, in my opinion, you can't really put Pisces in a box, because you might meet one Pisces that act totally different. Like, you'll never meet a guy and be like, oh yeah, that's a Pisces. I've never met a guy and I could tell he was not Cancer. Yes. Any other sign, I'd be like, okay. Um, because the moon, a Pisces that act more like their moon sign versus their sun sign. So if you meet a Pisces sun, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, because they act more like their moon, because that's what that energy is ruled by. Like, my mom is a Pisces, but to me, she acts more like her moon sign, which is in Gemini. I know the Pisces that I like dated in high school. I don't know his moon sign. Maybe I should go look it up. But another Pisces I know, like, his moon is in Aquarius, and like, he really don't act like a Pisces. He acts like an Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Because Pisces energy. So it's like, what? Let me get comfortable. Let me move. Ugh, there we go. So with Pisces, I feel like with Pisces men, it's very important to be positive, because when you're dating a Pisces, it's like dating pure emotion. It's the last sign of the zodiac. So Pisces has like the energy of all the signs. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say all the signs, they're the magician. So they can really manifest anything that they wanted to if they knew how to harness their energy. But most Pisces that I have met, because of the world we live in, it's easier for them to manifest negative versus positive. And they don't understand why. So when it comes to dating a Pisces, it's very important to be positive off gate. Like, you have to really have an optimistic spirit with Pisces, because they're gonna create nightmares before they create dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why a lot of Pisces, like, if you meet a guy who has Pisces in his chart anywhere, I know one guy, he's an Aries, Capricorn moon, but his Mercury is in Pisces, and he has lucid dreams, like literally where he see things happen before they happen. My mom's a Pisces. She can see like shadows and things of that nature. Pisces energy is very powerful. Like very powerful. More powerful than, I would say, Scorpio energy. And Scorpio is pretty powerful. But as a Pisces really need to um Pisces energy really needs to learn how to harness that energy and learn how to make it work for them. I dated a Pisces, and like our relationship was great, right? And so we were like high school sweethearts, in fact, high school sweethearts. And most romantic guy, more romantic than a Cancer, because like I said, Pisces are dreamers. So open up doors, we would go out all the time. We talked about, getting married and right out of high school. And so I noticed that he was like too nice. And I asked him, I was like, why you always so nice? You know what I'm saying? It was just almost like, because his dad was like, anyway, his dad was military. And it's like when I said that, he just stopped being nice to me. Not necessarily to everybody else, but to me. Because it was almost like that dream had been burst. Because, and it's not that Pisces are actors. It can seem that way. You can really think that a Pisces is a damn actor, because it's like, how do you just stop being this way? Like, I feel like it was a charade. But it's like they're kind of driven off of their vision. They're driven off of their ideas. They're not driven off of what is actually going on, the here and the now. So my advice would be, if you're dating a Pisces, always talk about the future with Pisces. Don't ever talk about the here and the now, because the here and the now can be draining and depressing if a Pisces isn't where they need to be. But if you just focus on like positivity, they always gonna need positive reinforcement. And that's Pisces energy, period. Women and men. But the flip side to that is that Pisces can sometimes not be positive, whether they express it or not, because they're not oblivious to negative energy. They just don't sometimes understand how it works, how negative, and how they don't understand how heavy negative energy can be, and how it can prevent them mostly from manifesting. So that's why when you hear about Pisces, you hear that they can be alcoholics, they can have addictions and things of that nature. It's not because they enjoy just being damn it drinkers. It's more so like they're just so sensitive to negative energy, to where they like just want to kind of like escape. That's the escapism that you see in Pisces. It's because they don't really understand negative energy. They don't really understand positive energy. They just understand that they're they're driven off of just hope. Like, that's it. Like, that's all that drives them, is just hope. Um this is what I always say to Pisces. Like, Jesus was a Pisces. That's all that man had, was hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that he did was based off of how he felt and off his vision. And look how his vision took off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even with my mom, I try to tell her that, like, Pisces energy, period. Like, don't suppress your vision, because that's all you have. And when you stop living based off of how you want things to be, not how they are now, but how you want them to be, you get lost in the sauce. And then you dealing with a negative Pisces. So go back to my high school sweetheart. Like he, ended up like just not. He's good now, but the relationship, of course, fell apart. And but we stayed friends and stuff like that. In fact, we still communicate. Like he's cool. He live in another state now, and he ended up joining the military. That didn't work out. And so in fact, I might look at his birth chart. But all I can say with my experience with Pisces, like I said, is like just try to guide Pisces to be more spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Especially Pisces men. They don't really gravitate to spirituality, but they really need to. Um, because they'll help them cope with reality. Yeah. But the good thing, like I said, they're super romantic. As long as you stay positive with a Pisces, like a Pisces can make your dreams come true. Because that's what they are. They're the dreamers. So you give them a dream, and they can either manifest it. They can either manifest a dream or a nightmare. Put like that. All right, next will be Cancer. I mean, Scorpios. Scorpios. All right. So, in my other video, I mentioned how Scorpios remind me of Leos. Well, the thing is with Scorpios, right? There is no other sign that's as emotionally strong than a Scorpio. We got every sign beat, period. Scorpio energy pick up on people's emotional flaws. That's just what Scorpios do. We don't try to do it. It ain't like we looking for emotional flaws. Like, I wonder. No. If you have a conversation with a Scorpio, we can figure out what done happened to you. We may not know the exact event that done happened, but we know something's transpired somewhere in your life that makes you feel like A, B, C, and D. And some people are uncomfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like they feel naked. I've had people to tell me that before. Like, you make me feel naked. Not naked like physically, but naked as far as like you can just see me for... You can't trick me. You can't make me think that... I can't make you think that I'm a certain type of way and I'm really not. Like, Scorpios will see you for who you are. We have that power because we embrace the unknown. What people are afraid of knowing about themselves, it makes us feel proud. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you live your life not knowing? That makes you a fool. Don't you realize that? Not knowing makes you a fool? But anyway, so when you're dealing with a man that has that type of energy, he can either manipulate you or teach you. And that all depends on you. If you allow a Scorpio to tear you apart, to build you back up again, a Scorpio will build you stronger than you ever thought you could be, because it's almost like you'll sink or swim. Either you'll drown and run off and live a lie, or it's almost like taking a pill in the Matrix, the red pill or the blue pill. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with a Scorpio man that's evolved. Now, a Scorpio in its lower form will try to break you emotionally. They will manipulate you. They will lie to you. They will pick out all of your insecurities and tear you apart. To me, a Scorpio in a lower form is a real narcissist. because they already know your emotional weaknesses. And instead of them nurturing that, and instead of them embracing it and loving it, they'll actually use it against you. They will. Like a Scorpio will use your flaws against you and not think twice about it. Won't think twice. Yeah, that was spirit right there in my throat. But that's how they create their karma. See that cough? I haven't coughed like that in a while. But anyway, but that's how they create their karma. So Scorpios can live a hard life. Um, you'll see like a lot of Scorpio men that just don't have their shit together. They won't. They'll have Scorpio in their chart and they just can't seem to get right. And the reason why they can't get right is because they abuse their gift. You know what I'm saying? Like a Scorpio, we're put here to, of course, tower moment, like Aries. You know, but if you understand the tower moment, that's why Aries always come back, because a tower isn't the death card, and even the death card isn't the death card. The tower and the death card symbolizes uh getting rid of the old and beginning anew. You understand what I'm saying? So when you dealing with a Scorpio, a evolved Scorpio, you have to understand that you're going to go through emotional roller coasters. You are. It's impossible to be with a Scorpio and just not grow emotionally. But you have to understand, if you're growing emotionally, that's a good thing. But if you're not growing emotionally and this person is steady like making you feel worthless, like you're worth nothing, that's an unevolved Scorpio. But it can look the same, don't get me wrong, because Scorpios pride themselves on the truth. Okay? So a Scorpio is going to be like, you know, for example, a Scorpio man might say something like, why you whining all the time? Don't you know whining just make you look weak as fuck? Who whines? If you don't like your goddamn job, quit. I'll work, you know what I'm saying? I'll work extra shifts until you find something else. I'll give you 2 months to find something else. But damn, if you gonna come home with this attitude, like, just quit the goddamn job. And you have to be emotionally strong to say, not one, I'm just gonna quit my job and find something else, but two, I need to start doing something. If I'm unhappy, I need to get my ass up and stop complaining about it and just do something about it. It's okay to vent, but when it comes to Scorpio energy, you on the clock. I'm not gonna let you vent about this for like months and months and months. You vent about it one good time, and then you figure out what you need to do to make that shit better. Same with Scorpios. Scorpios are like that. Like, Scorpios do indulge in negative energy, but normally it's situations they can't change. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll never be like, oh, I hate my job, and they'll just keep talking about how they... No, it might be situations like, damn, I hate my baby mama. She get on my goddamn... You can't change your baby mama. You can't change that person's attitude. So yeah, a Scorpio may vent about something like that. If you vent about things that you can't change, a Scorpio ain't really gonna get on you about it. But if they see where you're just like emotionally weak, they can't respect that. A Scorpio man will not excuse your weaknesses. I'm sorry, Scorpios just aren't built that way. But Scorpios are loyal. Let's talk about the good stuff. Scorpios are loyal to a fault. Like, a Scorpio will follow you to the ends of the earth and back, and have your back the whole entire time. Scorpios will never tell you anything to sabotage you. If they tell you something, it's because they see what other people see, but those other people just won't tell you. Like, a Scorpio can see a person getting used. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they use this person. And then they'll try to help you Change that about yourself. But because other people don't do it, you feel like, oh, they pick it on me, or they trying to say I'm this way. But it's almost like they just see the areas emotionally that needs to be like built on. Scorpios, like, we're manifestors as well. Like, anything we really desire we can have. But karma is really our superpower, to be honest with you. Scorpios won't tell you that. You won't hear that in no other video. But when it comes to Scorpios, karma is like our best friend. It can work for us or it can work against us. So when you're a Scorpio or you dating a Scorpio and a Scorpio manipulates you or uses you or anything like that, don't feel bad, because they're not gonna prosper. They ain't gonna be able to have shit in life. Because they're just so connected to spirit. Scorpios are very connected to spirit. My next video is gonna be about manifesting. But anyway, don't worry about that. But if you have a good Scorpio on your side, like, you can have the world. You really can. It ain't nothing that you can't have. A Scorpio will give you anything that you desire. Anything. Because it's nothing to them. Most Scorpios, they don't care about money. All they care about is like emotional strength. That's like their pet peeve. So if you're an emotionally strong person, you'll have a Scorpio's loyalty forever. But that first time you turn into a snitch, or you betray them, or you lie to them, it's a wrap. Because Scorpios, like Leos, like any fixed sign, Taurus, or what's the fixed air? Aquarius. Loyalty, truthfulness, integrity is everything, because that's all you have out here in this world. So a Scorpio will very seldomly deal with a liar for too long, deal with a cheater for too long. Not saying they can't lie and they don't cheat. Everybody lie and cheat. But Scorpio energy, for the most part, despises that. So if you do get a lying and cheating Scorpio, it's probably because they don't really care about you. I know that sounds rough. Woo, wasn't expecting that. But they really don't. They don't care about you. Signs that have a lot of integrity, they only lie to people that they don't care about. But the people that they care about, they pride themselves on telling the truth, even if it hurts. Only for the simple fact that they don't want to ever be looked at as anything other than godly. That's sad to say. Same thing with Leo. Leos will lie to you. They will, if they don't give a fuck about you. But if a Leo care about you, they gonna tell you the hard truth. They gonna tell you the shit that you really don't want to hear. Same thing with Aquarius. Same thing with Scorpio. Same thing with Taurus. Now, with all the other signs, it's iffy. You could just be dealing with a liar, and they really care about you, but it's just that they are emotionally weak. But when you're dealing with fixed signs, for the most part, they're emotionally strong. So when you're dealing with an emotionally strong sign, it'll be beneath them to lie. I mean, and that's really how they'll look at you, like, what I need to lie to you for? Who the fuck is you for me to lie to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even lie to God. So what am I gonna lie to you for? You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit. If I don't even lie to God, what I need to lie to you for? Look at everything He does for me. You can't even do this much of what God can do to me, for me. So what am I gonna lie to you for? Just take the truth, cry in your corner, and go fix yourself. Scorpio energy. So yeah, I hope I did some justice to Scorpio, because I kind of feel like I didn't talk about as much of the good when it comes to Scorpio. But anybody who knows Scorpios, like, people love Scorpio, because Scorpios are just genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the mean ones. I don't necessarily get along with Scorpios because Scorpios can sometimes have like this negative energy. Like, I have a lot of Libra, so I'm more of a Libra Scorp. But Scorpios, you know, they use like that mean face as like a protection mechanism because they know they're emotional, and they know that emotions are like heavy, and it's a root to every emotion because we analyze shit just like Virgos. And you also have to remember that every sign carries energy from the sign before it. So that's something else to always take into consideration. Like I said, Pisces is the magician, so they have all the signs in them, and then you just work your way backwards. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all right, that's it. It's your girl Scorpio Balance. Bye.